Hand clap to the massive guys. We are finally back again for another one on the one and only Mystelics reaction, guys. Big up all the Mystelics YouTube family have definitely tuned into another reaction. And of course, the newcomers out there, big up yourself as well for definitely tuning into this here reaction video. If you've not done so, definitely subscribe and turn on that post notification so you can get all the videos as it tend to come through. Of course, you will be pretty much be notified when I drop all my videos right there and then. And of course, be getting that vibrations like it is of somebody actually sent this for me saying, Mystelics, why don't you react to what the Prime Minister was saying, guys? Of course, the Prime Minister must have had like a long speech or something. I don't know. I think they stated in the one before the National Youth Rally. He probably didn't know he had a speech and said a few words and then was, you know, or maybe was that in Portsmouth or something? I can't remember. The Northern Youth Rally, one of them. He wasn't sure if he had to give a speech or something, and he came and gave a few words and then boom, bounce. I think that is how it should be initially. But anyways, guys, if all I said right there, guys, give this video a thumbs up. I would appreciate that. And of course, don't forget to check the first comment. Yes, the first comment in the comment box below, guys, to get the link to download the Mystelics Tube app right there, and then which pretty much gives you a plethora of different videos and the latest vibes that comes out on different channels right there and then. So if you have a phone, if you have a TV, get it in, man. I know some of you guys watch it through tend to watch the vlogs and stuff on the on TV via the app on your smart TV. So big up to all those who are actually doing this, and let's get into the vibrations, man.
I am sure those of us who are sitting on the platform would have gotten enough of vitamin D for a lifetime.
That's something else.
I think somebody thought that we needed some vitamin D, and so they placed us in this afternoon sun. But we thank God for that. I want to
no comments.
Congratulate and commend all those who will be receiving awards this event. I would like to single out a few people, son and daughter of the comrade for many years. He's older than me.
Guys, by the way, guys, this is my first time watching this. Normally, I tend to skip all this. This is why on the videos you only see the match passes or match past and stuff, because some of the speeches are useless, man. They are completely useless, especially if they're saying things. Remember when the Prime Minister was talking about giving students debt forgiveness and this kind of things there? I think it was in 2017 or 2019. One of them years, he was saying this kind of thing. In 2017, I think. Did the students get that? I have no idea, but yet silly speech they give it. They give a nice speech.
My dear colleague and friend, I greet you with a profound sense of duty and solidarity as we recognize and celebrate the 44th anniversary of the independence of our nation. And solidarity as we recognize and celebrate the 44th anniversary.
Oh, I think it's 44th, is it?
Reflection exercise. But as a son of the soil, a humble servant, whom the people have entrusted to lead this country for roughly half of the last 44 years of which we have been an independent nation.
Bribery and cheating doesn't count, sir. Bribery and cheating doesn't count. No? Okay.
Today, I encourage the country to join me in deep reflections. We must be cognizant of the turbulent past, our precarious developing state. And this pride transcends into this year, a year where we continue to recognize the clear vision that we have articulated for our country as we celebrate another year of independence.
I'm not quite sure we understand the vision. Any of you guys know the vision of the country? Because we don't know. We know we're going backward. We know we're going backward. We know there's a lot of foreigners coming and take jobs from Dominicans, which Dominicans can actually do. That is why I'm maybe it's me that living in a twilight world or something. But that's from my understanding.
And survival in an increasingly challenging world.
But the other countries are doing better. You're talking about increasingly challenging. That's what you normally tell the people. But why is St. Kitts doing well? Grenada, St. Lucia, St. Vincent, Maguesa. I haven't heard right now St. Lucia is going to be sending, not heard, I saw the article. You guys can type it in yourself. St. Lucia is going to be sending to Dubai seaweed. They're going to be sending to Dubai. Well, I thought we were good friends with Dubai. I mean, Maguesa, we have a set of seaweed on the beach all the time. And we're not sending nothing to Dubai, but St. Lucia is definitely coming in to send seaweed to Dubai. You think St. Lucia play?
The world is facing one of the most perilous periods.
We always say that
We are
rubbish.
contending with the rising prices of basic goods and necessities.
Yet still St. Kitts and these places are literally giving duty free to their people. Duty free and not, is it duty free? There's duty free and there's for commercial people I think $540 off. And then for the other one, I literally did this yesterday. You guys can check the previous yesterday or the day before. Check out the previous reaction I did talking about these kind of things, and they were giving the people a certain 400 pounds off of their imports and stuff. So hey, what Dominica doing? I even asked if at least bring some Kentucky, some not Kentucky, some turkey and some chicken or some ham. Come in, let them come in for the Christmas.
We're caught in the crosshairs of a climate crisis. We're rapidly changing.
They always using these excuses. Climate crisis, yet still other countries doing something about. They're doing something for their people. We talking blame, just blame, constant blame.
Requirements, fast moving, difficult to predict or plan for.
It's as if you cannot see the rest of the world. You can't see the rest of the Caribbean or what the Caribbean is doing. I'm not saying everything is 100% great. But if we are on 10, if we're on 1, so let us move to 2 now. The other countries on 20, 30, 40 go in trying to get to 100. We on 1 still complaining about.
In this environment, regional governments are facing a rising tide of concern and discontent.
Yet still Barbados was giving the people the cap.
Fueled by uncertainty.
That's what I just talk about there. You know, Barbados give the people a cap. When they give the cap, they realize fuel prices going down. And in the same time, our fuel prices were going up. It reached $18 and something. Barbados said they capping the thing at I think it's 14 point something. And if it goes right, as the government will pay the rest. That's what they tell the people. Yeah, well, $18 going. It's the limited amount of
fake news and false prophets. Of our people. Regionally, our people are searching for solutions and relief.
They finding it. How come Dominica doesn't find it? That's my problem I have.
And in some instances, are not fully appreciating the powerful impact of global dynamics on their daily lives.
Why would people appreciate the global?
It's a place to raise our families, to work and do business.
We're talking about raising families. I know you guys saying, but Mystelics, but you stopping at plenty. Well, go somewhere else. Go somewhere else. It's a reaction. I have to give my reactions on things. We're talking about building family. Right now, people don't even want to have family because they're checking how they're going to take care of family. You was the other day, it was raining strong. You're checking people need to start making family. Not so. It doesn't work now. It is a hard economy that you have created.
And to live in peace and harmony. The government that I have the honor to lead has created jobs and economic opportunities, improved education and healthcare services.
What jobs? NEP is the job you're talking about? NEP? Guys, help me understand. I am ignorant. I do not know. What jobs that the Prime Minister them create? What jobs? You hear the truckers complaining about they're not getting money from the Prime Minister. You hear the garbage people talking about they're not getting money from the Prime Minister. Look, the what are they calling them again? The grow to home complaining about
upgraded infrastructure, and at a very personal level, I've reached out to many of you to make a difference in your lives.
I agree with the Prime Minister there. They have definitely upgraded the infrastructure. Look at the hospital. Definitely true. They have upgraded the infrastructure. But the quality is another thing. Look, they just come and take a man's life in the hospital. They was fighting in Egliston. Did they drive by? He survived. He go hospital to try to get better. Them fellas leave Egliston and come to take the man life in the hospital. The very infrastructure you're talking about. So yes, the infrastructure looks better. True. Very true indeed. That is a fact. But when it comes down to the service, I mean, security there, no security. You can't just walk in and take people's life just like that. They find one, I heard.
I have done this because I understand your personal struggles.
You don't understand anybody's personal struggle. You create jobs.
And it has always been my determination as a member of parliament, and particularly as Prime Minister, to ensure that the living standard of the people whom I represent and every Dominican is of an acceptable level.
I would say in part, because when they created houses for those who do have or cannot get or living in wooden houses or whatever, and they now move into a little bit, I will understand. That's true in a sense. In economic standing, that is not the case at all. That is not the case at all, because the people have to be dependent on you because of what you have done in the economy, not creating jobs and depleting the opportunity factor in Dominica. Therefore, people have to rely on you. They cannot build the house, so you have to build it for them. And then you think, as a result of that, that is a good thing. Building the house for them is good, nice. Those who do have, sure. But those who you killing the economy and you
Having worked so hard to improve the lives of our people.
Boy, look, they really say, the people that said that for me, they really say, but there's April Fools. It has to be April Fools. They're fooling us in Dominica. They're fooling us. People come over, they come from overseas to come down, and they make sure after they finish the festival, the next day, if they could have lived the same day, they'll leave. The next, matter of fact, festival didn't even finish. Some of them had to go back work on Monday, so they leave on Sunday. But next day they're leaving and fighting with people in KFC for them to get their money to go. Boy.
For over 2 decades, I will be heartbroken to know that there is any level of stagnation or reversal of the country's development gains.
What? Oh.
And citizens' quality of life. The impact of the current global circumstances.
Of course, we blaming the global thing while other countries elevating. Check out my previous reaction, guys. Check it out. The global impact is so great that other countries are giving freeness, giving duty free and all those kind of things there, helping their citizens, while you stand up and talk about in the same global economy where things were bad. Is during that same time, Mr. Prime Minister, tell me a lie, that you were building a mansion in Mount Daniel. You started building it during the same turmoil that Dominica faced. And I have to pretend as if I not seen these things. It is one thing for you not to see and hear somebody say, but when you see it during the time, you cannot say you don't see. You will be wicked to say you don't see. And I'm not a wicked man. Let us continue.
Therefore, concern me deeply. They have restricted the ability and policy options of governments to intervene directly and aggressively to help their people. We have had to be creative and innovative to continue to meet your needs and to continue to move Dominica along to a better Dominica, a dynamic Dominica. We must remain vigilant, however.
I don't know. I want to know. I am sincere as God is my witness.
Tough times for countries, for citizens, for governments, and prime ministers. Dominica has had to withstand blow after blow in quick succession, from natural disasters, disease, and war.
You talk about disease, the Black Sticker took out the bananas, but St. Lucia is sending bananas to UK. How come we are not doing that? How come St. Lucia is selling seaweed, the same seaweed that we see lying on the beach side? They're not doing nothing, they're selling that to Dubai. How come they're doing it and we're not doing it, and we have the same factors that they have? And even more, mark you. It affected, Black Sticker affected St. Lucia too. They clean out, organize themselves and back in business. We still there blaming. We blame game, blame.
You and I did not cause or could not control Erica or Hurricane
That's
Maria.
true.
You and I did not create or could not stop COVID.
That's
and
true.
the economic upheaval it has caused.
That's true.
You and I did not start and cannot stop the war between Russia and Ukraine.
That have nothing to do with us. Nothing. We're not getting our gas from Russia. We're not doing that. We're getting in the Caribbean. We're getting in places. I think Trinidad is one. I think Trinidad, we're getting it from Trinidad. We're getting some stuff from Antigua, which we owe Antigua some monies. We're getting them in a number of Venezuela. We're getting them there. We have Bird Island, Petro, Caribbean. So how does that affect? Guys, I ignorant. I am ignorant. I don't know. I don't know. Because the reason why I don't know is because I cannot see. And my eyes are well open, all three of them.
Nor the high prices and supply shortages that the pandemic and the war have together inflicted on our states catch the food. The nature of our societies and economies is such that we do not have the resources and financial cushion to protect ourselves from global turbulence.
So we had the financial cushion, the $1.2 billion dollars that was missing. All these monies we have from Al Jazeera, where you yourself were giving people passports in exchange for things. The middleman who did this said this on Al Jazeera. It's not me. All the monies that were created, Alison Maduke, all these people. What's his name again? Adewale Montfraret. All these people got to set you maybe millions of dollars they gave. Who knows? On the basis of that whole thing right there, who do we blame for this? Who? Want to blame somebody else and all these kind of things. The amount of money that was created because of CBI, legally as well. $1.2 billion missing. 2.2 or 2.1 or 2.3 billion dollars end up missing again. Then it was 4.3 billion dollars that was missing. So we're supposed to pretend as if we
What I can guarantee you is that your government and I are using all the experience, skills, intellect, and networks available to us to ensure that all Dominicans are as shielded from the global circumstances as it is possible to do.
So how can we get all of them? Gas prices rise overseas. I understand the market it raised. We most likely got the worst. We got the worst and our own still high. I think Green them is $12 and $13. We are what, $14 and $15 if I'm not mistaken. I can't. 14 and one is 15, I think. I mean, how are we shielded there? How? They gave other countries stimulus packages, all these kind of things. You decide you're not giving no stimulus package to people. The World Bank or whoever started sending some monies for people who were working and you know, were laid off. So they start giving these people monies. It's not you know, that give it. It's the World Bank or whichever bank overseas that gave that monies to help the people. I think it was a Rona fund or something to help countries. I know some people actually got a few $100s as a result of that. So that wasn't you who did this. That was for the entire world where it is affected. I mean, then the stimulus package that you guys gave, farmers were receiving bananas that they're growing in the garden as if the banana is not worthy. So they have to take all your bananas and dash in that they growing in the farmers are complaining about that. Say, oh, we get a yellow bag with provision. We don't want that. We want the money factor that was being given to a number of persons. Stimulus packages, even St. Kitts was giving the unemployed people $1,000 and said that we were increasing that to meet with the obligations to soften the blow. We were left on our own. We were literally left on our own. I lie. If I lie, let me know in the comment box below. Because I don't like to say things and next thing I wrong, you know. Let me know in the comment box below, man.
Fellow citizens, like you, I listen to the news reports around the world. And as Minister of Finance, I am privy to all the economic reports and predictions on the challenges facing the global economy. As I mentioned, Dominica has not been immune. The reality is that COVID-19 pandemic adversely impacted unexpected COVID-related spending on health, social support to the vulnerable, police, schools. These unforeseen expenditures have taken a toll on government's policy and program implementation.
Of course, blame it so that you can, but yet still you building mansion. We have to pretend as if we're not seeing that you building mansion during the same Rona situation. The same one. You have one in Vegas. It is alleged that the one you in renting from Anthony Hayden, whoever that is, apparently that is your own because it was built on Melissa's fatherland, which was transferred to her and to that you're renting on your land. And now you're building another mansion next to it. That is during the same Rona situation that you're saying put expenditure on the government. How you end up getting all that money to start doing these things? That is a legitimate question to ask. You don't think so, guys?
Effective cash flow and the ability to provide a range and extent of goods and services that to save families and lives. Notwithstanding effective cash flow and the ability to provide a range and extent of goods and services that will...
You're talking about individuals' abilities to make the money to help their families and whatnot. I thought he was saying he was helping them with cash flow. I was like, well, where is it?
To save families and lives. And all my experience as Prime Minister of this country.
You're not doing well, no, sir. You're not doing well at all. Ask any of the youth out there, guys. There was a young fella. I tried to talk to him, make sense and whatnot about reality and whatnot. And he said he wants to become the prime minister. Everybody, you can't. He tell me everybody can't go here. Everybody can't go. That is what he used to tell me back in the day. No, the boy checking, boy. I think I need to go here. That is what he said. No. Hey man, passionate about Dominica and want to do things in Dominica. Realize, hey, Dominica is not going forward for him. After he finished school, he wants to leave. I used to talk to a lot of young people out there. What they say, they want to get the money for them to leave. They want to get their money to leave. How is this?
When faced with turbulent winds and storms, the responsibility of the captain of the ship is to hold the vessel steady. He must work with his crew to keep the passengers safe and keep the ship from capsizing or being damaged.
But we overturn already, sir. The boat overturned and we under the boat, on top the boat capsized. If you get what I'm saying. The boat turned over, so we on top. Some of us that survive or haven't left already, we on top the boat turned over, no going nowhere. We shouting Mayday. And yet still telling the people everything is okay, as if we're not seeing the boat upside down.
You don't go through a storm full steam ahead. Slow and steady is how you navigate the current global hurricane.
Well, it was slow and steady here. Now we're running backwards. We're running backwards, Hey, look it there.
Has relied on his experience, albeit at a slower and safer pace than we had been moving safely. Our economy and society have been protected, and the country is stable.
Boy. hey, no.
Importantly, international agencies like the IMF and the World Bank are all indicating that Dominica is now back on the path of growth. And
from where? You see how people say certain things? From where? From after Hurricane Maria, which of course did a devastation, dropped the thing down. But if before Hurricane Maria we were going down, right? Let's say we were before Hurricane Maria we were at, let's say, 50. The aim was to reach 100. We were at 50. Going down, we at 50. After Hurricane Maria reached down to what? Let's say 10. Because of all the help that we received, all the funds from CBI and whatnot, and the World Bank as well that helped. And the other banks and the institution, debt forgiveness, Venezuela. I remember the Prime Minister himself say, we don't owe nobody nothing. We do ask nobody. Sorry, we do ask nobody for debt forgiveness. And this in the next video, the same prime minister was saying they ask people for debt forgiveness to see how they can work or have some debt forgiveness for a year or those kind of things. There, you remember the prime minister was saying that too. So I wonder if we expect to trust the prime minister and what he's saying there. I wonder if we're supposed to do this. Guys, let me continue.
And well positioned for the future. This is comforting news and suggests we
People clap.
can look ahead with optimism. But in the meantime, until we see the results of the new growth, the environment is still troublesome and difficult.
So we have to come back to where we were before, you know. For growth to happen, you have to come back to where you were before, not shrink down, rise a little and say, oh, we a little thing. No, we have to come back to where we were before. And when we are here where we were before, then after we surpass that, where we can say we have seen growth. You're not going down the drain and then come back up a little because of all the help that you get and whatnot. But your incompetence is what killing the place. It's your incompetence.
Through every national and global difficulty, in every type of circumstance.
Of course, more blaming.
This Dominica Labour Party government has been as constant as the North Star.
Yeah, bringing the country down. Like I mentioned, they had mentioned Labour conquers all. Yeah, Labour conquers the country into the ground. That's what is happening.
In its service to people and country.
They did have some service to some people, true. I'm not going to deny that. Certain people who needed some assistance got some assistance, true. But they have to work within the same economy that is being killed by you. The same economy, you got assistance, hey, you can help me out, we got your job, then they'll give you a little money here and there, sure, they give you money to do certain things, you tried it, finished. Bus drivers get a little money there, they complain, they still complaining, talking about they want to go and do another protest, as if it is not the economy that is the problem. Giving people money doesn't solve problems, you know, guys. You have to fix the economy. Once you fix the economy, you don't even have to give people money. When you fix the economy, it's to make more opportunities, and foreign exchange is coming in and money is coming in as a result of produce as well. Agriculture, then you can see a little more opportunities being had. That's what is happening in St. Kitts. If you don't travel, you don't know, hey, go St. Kitts and find out for yourself.
We have done this by putting our people first.
No, you haven't, Mr. Prime Minister. You have put yourselves first. Because how on earth are you the Prime Minister of a country and the people complaining constantly and have to come and beg to you? Financial center used to be full of people coming and beg you for money. Yet still you guys are the ones who are seem to be benefiting you on a yacht the other day. After taking out the fees. Taking out the fees for the rich, which the rich can definitely pay. That will help the rich to also deplete their taxes. They pay the fees. That isn't a plus for us. That you say, no, let's remove that. Let's remove that from the rich, luxurious cruise ships and whatnot, yachts.
By telling them the truth, by easing the financial burden citizens have been called on to carry, by not raising taxes and encouraging growth, by continuously supporting individuals, farmers, artists, and businesses.
Guys, this is where I'm gonna stop here. This video is on MO News. You guys can check it out. 44th anniversary of Independence National Observance Ceremony. One Dominica, one people, one vision. Well, apparently, look, one Dominica, one people, one vision. Well, it's definitely one Dominica. True. One people. I don't know about one people. One vision. There's definitely a number of visions that the people cannot see because there's no visions. Without vision, the people perish. And if you're talking about one vision, what is the vision of Dominica? Guys, those of you watching this video probably saying, but Mr. Lex, let me know in the comment box below, what is the vision of Dominica? What has been the vision of Dominica? Because I don't know. I honestly don't know. So let me know that in the comment box below, guys. Give this video a thumbs up. Definitely check out this video if you want to see more of that vibrations. Definitely April Fools. Definitely April Fools on the stage right there. I think that's what I'm gonna entitle this video. Anyways, guys, before I say it right there, give this video a thumbs up, subscribe, and turn on that post notifications so you can get all our videos, all the videos as they tend to come through right there. I'll see you guys in the next reaction video. Boom, bam.